June is about a week in, and there's already a lot of new games to play released inside the month. These past couple of weeks, however, have been quite surprising, and come to mention, we actually missed on some huge announcements. That said, here's 10 more amazing new games we didn't know came out in June already. Let's go. Number 1. After months of actually wait, we've got over here finally Soul Chronicle. This is a action RPG, almost auto battler, but not entirely. Online game, of course. So guys, Soul Chronicle here is sitting on the Play Store since last week with a 4.9, almost a 5 out of 5 on over 50,000 downloads and already claimed as the number 5 best free RPG of the year. That's gotta be for a reason. I mean, personally speaking, game's rewarding as hell, quite hefty in scale. There's people, of course, complaining about the pace of the game and that is kind of a pay to win, but not really. The replay is pretty nice, probably the most rewarding in the list, and it's free all the way. Coming up behind that, we have Ezetta Prophecy. Guys, Ezetta Prophecy, you probably saw a glimpse of it before, has been one of the most awaited RPGs of 2023 since it came out. I was actually taken down due to some issues about 4 times already, but now finally released globally by its original developers on both platforms, and it's got a new patch too. This game is, in my opinion, one of the more graphically advanced strategy RPGs of the year, with a pretty nice customization option, real-time battles, and an actual story. Check it out, it's only about 1 GB in size. Number 3, from the same developers of Spike, Volleyball Story, a game downloaded over 10 million times just in case you need a memory jog. Couple dozens of other games. Over here we have the company's newest idle RPG called the Era of Overman. This is a more action-oriented, or better said, fighting idle RPG nature, and one that comes with quite the graphics for an idle game. This game has been around for over a day and already praised by many critical websites with a massive potential. Era of Overman is a free game and it's about 300 megabytes in size. Coming up behind that, we've got over here an action RPG, just the same as the previous game, by a quite well-known developer also called Legend of Fighters, Duel Star. Come to notice, this game is heavily, literally cloned off of the King of Fighters franchise in characters and combat. I'm not even sure how they pull this thing off here and not get copyrighted or something. But it's a very well made game and quite nice in visuals and rewards. It's about 100 megabytes in size and playable only online.
Round 1. 拳を出せ。敵は滅びる。KO.
Be a spider. Explore lush islands.
Number 5, with a 5 out of 5 score on the Play Store. This is legit. We've got over here a webbing journey, but a demo. It's a offline and online adventure, kind of comedy action game with physics-based challenges and puzzles. A lot in the same style of the game Webbed, which is a pixel art 2D platformer, where you're a spider and two-dimensionals go around and just tie flies and birds to eat them. Except this one's in 3D and set in an almost open world setting. Check it out. Game's huge in replay, very nice in gameplay, free and fully releasing soon.
Unlock fancy outfits. Make new friends. And meet your spider date.
Coming up behind that, we've got over here the sequel to a very good third-person open-world shooter series called Guns and Spurs. Since you can't really run Red Dead on mobiles, you can actually play Guns on Spurs here for free and entirely offline if you wished. This game is about 200 megabytes in size, very little to no bugs over here that I've ever heard of. Generous in content, quite a rewarding gameplay. It's got the life of a bounty hunter who's in total collecting about 33 bounties by tracking them down, hunting, and more. Number 7. With over 1 million downloads since earlier this year, we've got over here One State RP. One State RP, of course, has been out for a while. It's a role-playing open world game that technically passed all the correct vibes for every age to play. It's a semi-battle royale style action shooter too, kind of halfway like Saints Row, but in smaller scales where in maps of up to 500 people you go about surviving a mental world or static. You play as a police or military man that can do literally anything. Check it out, this game's about 2.5 gigabytes in size, playable online of course and available globally since last quite a bit in the same style of the first game in the list, Soul Chronicles. Number 8, we've got over here Sky Island, Lost Kingdom. Still in Chinese, but releasing in English next week globally. This is a adventure RPG, well, technically MMO, not really an auto-battler, but a hack and slash. You guys, Sky Island is actually from the same developers of Swordman World series. Their new game here is out by a bit more action-oriented, but 1 gigabyte in size and over 50,000 downloads already. Coming from the same developers of Dentures and Demons. Number 9, we've got over here the company's newest game, Moth Lake, a horror story. Because this is pixel art, as you can see, puzzle adventure about a group of teenagers and a little curiosity adventure into wilderness. It's a surprise to me, personally, that this game is actually free, because it's definitely a console quality to be enough said paid game, if I had to decide. But it's free, about 100 megabytes in size, playable even offline, and a 4.9 out of 5 rated on the Play Store. It's a 10 out of 10. Number 10, in English finally, since a few days ago we've got over here a asymmetrical survival horror online multiplayer game called something, coming from a well-known Japanese developer whose specialty is just making mobile horror games. Or maybe you've heard a series out there called Oni, or Oni. Here you play along with a few friends, stuck on an island, dealing with freak nature, supernatural stuff, and you've got superpowers, which is you can actually possess wild animals, control them to protect yourself. Check it out, game's about 1 gigabyte in size actually.
Kaminagashijima, Rinne no Miko.
And last but not least, sitting on the Play Store with a literally 5 out of 5 over 100,000 downloads as an offline game, we've got over here Super Cat Tales. It's an action platform RPG that was released only last week, and ever since regarded as the crown jewel, one of them in my opinion, of cuteness in the mobile gaming. Hell, it's a platforming game you play as a cat, and it's got an actual story. Some dedicated soundtrack, which is legit. Game's about 50 megabytes in size, and this is really how it looks. Play it.